Sabine und Michael, German Curriculum, Chapter 2, Section 7. Woher kommst du? That means where from cometh you. What does that mean, of course, is where are you from? And the same thing in formal, woher kommen Sie? So if you don't know them that well or they're older, that's what you ask. The answer is Ich komme aus, well, for me it's Berlin. Okay, I'm from Berlin. Ich komme aus Berlin. In this case, I come out of Berlin. Now notice you say aus, which is out of, whereas in English you would say from, which is von. Some parts of Germany they might say Ich komme von Berlin, and regionally that's acceptable. However, it's not correct, and they know that too. They know the difference. Doesn't mean they won't say it, but that's, you might hear that. But correct is Ich komme aus Berlin, ich komme aus Berne, ich komme aus Texas, whatever it is. Sie kommt aus, so he or she comes out of, comes from wherever it is, München or whatever. Bummelt, we had that earlier in another chapter. That means leisurely stroll or something like that, window shopping, in any case not running. Ruft or schreit, that means calls or screams. Rufen is calling. It's also used like on the telephone. Anrufen is to call someone on the phone. And then there's the word prima. That's Latin, of course, it means prime. And it's used like awesome. Oh, that's great. That's couldn't be better, you know. If you're asked how you're doing or how was the concert or something. Den, that means because. It also means for or than. So in sentences, it'll be easier to point that out as to how it's being used. Here is here, of course. Super, well, that's superlative, of course, and it's the same as in English. Fantastisch, well, you can imagine that that might mean fantastic. And wunderbar is wonderful. Toll is amazing, awesome, bodacious, something, you know, anyway, great. In other words, that's fantastic or awesome. And those are all similar words here. Falsch is false, also wrong, depending. And nein is no, and was is what. So notice that was is not was, it's what. Okay, it's a common mistake, but was ist das? You know, what is that? That's not, if you read it that way, it can't mean was. So anyway, let's see what the picture sequence has to say. We're still at the Sabine meeting Herr Schmidt, and Michael had just come in and said, hey, that's not Herr Schmidt. Herr Schmidt's my teacher. Okay, well, there's something strange going on in any case. So here it is. Herr Schmidt's walking away, maybe taking a leisurely stroll somewhere, and it looks like the two of them are running after him. Sabine and Michael are running after him and calling him. And Sabine says something to him, asks him maybe where he's from, of woher kommst du, or woher kommen Sie, and he's saying B, that's probably Berlin, my hometown, capital of Germany. And anyway, so Michael, she says, well, Michael has this teacher, and you know, and anyway, so, and then they're angry. He's angry with Michael for saying bad things about him. He doesn't quite understand what's going on yet, but we will see. So let me zoom out here and I'll read the text. The text says, Herr Schmidt bummelt. Sabine läuft zu Herrn Schmidt. Michael läuft auch. Herr Schmidt, ruft Sabine. Entschuldigen Sie, Herr Schmidt, woher kommen Sie? Herr Schmidt sagt, ich komme aus Berlin. Sabine sagt, oh prima, denn Michael sagt, Sie kommen aus München und Sie sind sein alter, hässlicher Deutschlehrer. Herr Schmidt schaut den Jungen an und fragt Sabine, ist der Junge hier Michael? Ja, sagt Sabine. Herr Schmidt sagt, was Michael sagt, ist falsch. Okay, so that's basically what's going on here. And let me translate. Okay, Herr Schmidt is taking a leisurely stroll. Herr Schmidt, so Sabine runs to Herr Schmidt, that's right here, and Michael runs as well. excuse me, or pardon me, Herr Schmidt, where are you coming from? Where do you come from, in other words? And he says, ich komme aus Berlin. So he's in. And Sabine says, oh, great. Oh, because Michael says, there's the word denn, and there it's because. Oh, good, because Michael says that you come from Munich and that you are his old, ugly German teacher. Herr Schmidt looks at and asks Sabine, is what that says, and ist der Junge hier, Michael? So is that boy here, Michael? Yes, says Sabine. Herr Schmidt says, what Michael says is false, or is wrong. So he's not very happy about being compared to an ugly old German teacher. So anyway,